Welcome back. It's The Making of Her, this show where strategy meets real talk. I am your host, Dr. Meghna Dasani. If our last episode on the anatomy of overwhelm helped you breathe just a little bit easier, today's conversation is going to help you dream a little bigger. Actually, a lot bigger, but let's start with little. We're talking about one of my favorite frameworks, what I call future casting. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, oh, yep, another manifesting episode, let me stop you right there. Manifestation is real. I believe in it. But this one isn't about manifestation or even about wishful thinking or vision boards with, I don't know, yachts and mansions. And all of those are great. I do me a great vision board every year. This one today is about strategy and designing a future that actually fits who you are, not what the world told you to be. Because here's the thing, most women are living inside goals they didn't even design. They're just executing a script that someone else handed them. And today, I'm going to teach you how to write your own script. Bottom line is, traditional goal setting is broken. Let's be honest. We're taught to start with what? What do I want to achieve? Then we move to the how. How do I get there, right? Sounds familiar. But the thing is, we skip the most important question. Who am I becoming? When you set your goals, when you set goals that are not aligned with your identity, right? You can achieve them and you can still feel empty. That is why you can hit the income milestone, you can buy the dream house, check every box, and still wake up thinking, is this it? Does it sound familiar? I know, I've been there. See, because the truth is, if your goals are not designed from identity, they're always going to demand more than they'll deliver. They will always demand more than they deliver. Future casting is what is going to flip that formula. Instead of chasing success, we design it from the future backwards. Here's how it works. I look at it as a simple 3-step model, right? You have the vision, you have the variables, and then you have the velocity. So step 1 would be vision. Start with who you want to be, not what you want to do. There's a difference here. Start with who you want to be, not what you want to do. Because your future self isn't a fantasy. She's data. She is the version of you who has already solved what you're struggling with today. Bear with me here. Stay locked in. This is going to make sense. Ask yourself, what does she believe about herself, remember, future self, that I don't yet? What does her day look like? Morning, mid-morning, evening. How does she end her day? What does she say no to without any guilt? This isn't fluff. This is a design brief for your future. And then comes step 2, the variables. We're now going to identify the friction points. What needs to change to bridge that gap? Maybe it is systems. Maybe it is boundaries. Maybe it is delegation. Maybe it is who you hang out with. Who are you spending time with? Most women skip this step because, ready for it? It is uncomfortable. But this is where the real transformation begins. This is where change happens. Ask yourself, what is currently stealing my energy? What am I tolerating right now that my future self, the who I want to be, would not tolerate? What does enough look like in this season of my life? For right here, right now, what would enough look like? If I'm looking at myself from how many ever years into the future. And then is the next step of velocity, because now once you have the variables, now you can design the pace. Velocity is not about speed in this case. It is about design, direction, and sustainability. Running fast in the wrong direction is still a waste of time. This is where strategy meets self-awareness, because you, my friend, are going to plan from energy, not ego. We're done with that, right? Do me a favor, go grab yourself a journal for this part. Pause this episode, go grab a journal. Or if you're listening, you're sitting down or you're driving and you're listening, just listen to this. Imagine it's 3 years from now. It's a normal Tuesday, right? You wake up and where are you? What do you see first? How does your morning feel? Is it rushed or is it restful? Who are you working with? What problems are you solving? What does your calendar look like? Who texts you in the middle of the day? And what are you talking about with that person? Most importantly, who or what is not a part of your life anymore. See, future casting is not about fantasy. It is about clarity. It's like I'm always telling my daughters, if I want to go from Boston to New York, I know what route to take. Am I going to drive, fly, take the train, take the bus? And I have direction and clarity. But if I just start from Boston, well, I don't know. How am I going? Where am I going? What road am I going to take? How long is it going to take me? Do I need to stop for food along the way? I have no clarity. So I don't know where I'm going to end up. When you can start to see her, your future self, you can now start to reverse engineer how you become her. Here's why all this works. See, your brain literally cannot tell the difference between imagined and remembered experiences. And if you or anything into quantum physics, manifestation, Dr. Joe Dispenza, any of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about. Your brain literally cannot tell the difference between an imagined and a remembered experience. And when you visualize your future self in that vivid, specific detail, your brain is going to wire and fire new neural pathways to make that identity real. You start to make micro decisions in alignment with that future, sometimes without even realizing it. This is why I say, don't wait to become her. Behave like her now. Are you the leader that leads from a place of empowerment? Start to act like that person, because every decision you make either votes for your future or it reinforces your past. You're going to be stuck in this constant loop. Let's make it tactical, right? Here's how we are going to start to future cast in real life. Number one, future self check-ins. Every Sunday night, ask, am I acting from who I am or who I'm becoming? The question alone will change your week. Am I approaching this from a place of fear? Am I approaching this from a space of lack? Or am I thinking this like a self-confident, abundant leader, whatever scenario you're considering here? Let's do a calendar audit next. If your calendar does not reflect your future priorities, it's time to redesign it. Stop cramming your dreams into the leftover hours of your life. Create intentional space to build, create, do what your future self would be doing. If I were to see myself as a podcaster, I have to create time to create these episodes, to record, to do the editing, to do whatever it needs to take. I can't say, oh my gosh, I'm going to run through the day and then if I have time, I'm going to record these at, I don't know, 11:30 p.m. with dark circles under my eyes. Gotta be intentional. Number three is the micro decisions that we take. The small choices are going to create the big shift. Future casting isn't about one massive overhaul. It is about consistent alignment. This is the 1-degree shifts that we make that are going to change the path of where we're headed. All we need is one micro shift. And then the last one is an anchor habit. Choose one daily behavior that your future self does. Is it meditation? Is it journaling? Is it going for a walk every day? Is it going to the gym? Whatever it is that you enjoy doing. Maybe it's a cup of coffee with your spouse in silence, just enjoying each other's company first thing in the morning before we get on with our day. Maybe it's checking email, not first thing in the morning, but after 9 a.m. Maybe deciding I will log on to social media after whatever, midday. Because one aligned habit is going to start to create that ripple effect in our lives. Let me share something personal though here. When I first started to do this future casting, I realized that at that point, I was building a business that did not fit my life. It owned my life, yes, but it did not fit the life that I wanted. That's when I sat down and asked myself, what does the future Magnum value the most? And the answer for me was space. I valued the space to think, the space to create, to travel, to just be, right? Rest and lead, grow my business from intention instead of reaction. Think about how many decisions we've made that are pure reaction. And from there is where I started to rebuild, not build, rebuild my systems, my team structure. All of that happened around that clarity. And the honest truth, this is what happened. The business grew faster, but it actually felt lighter. I've always said this. When I got this clarity is when I stopped dreading Mondays. And to date, I will tell anybody that listens, Monday is literally my favorite day of the week because I get to go in and do what I love. And I get to do it with the people I enjoy spending time with. Yeah, I love my team. I actually love the patients I serve. I love the doctors I serve. This brings me joy. That is the power of alignment. You have to scale yourself first because you know what? The results will follow. They always do. Here's your next step. Actually grab a journal and do those steps that we talked about earlier, that we walked through. You are going to design your future self vision. Identify your variables, map your first aligned actions. And if you found value in today's episode, share it with that one woman in your life, in your circle, or all of them, who you know is ready to build success that actually fits your sister, your best friend, your mom, your daughter. Because remember, growth isn't about doing more. Growth is about designing better. I'm Dr. Meghna Dasani. This is the making of her because growth, my friends, is a system, not a secret. Until next time.